Location, Pozharnov, Russia. The battle against Steppenwolf had just come to an end, culminating in Wonder Woman beheading Steppenwolf and his dead body, flying through a portal and landing on Darkseid's feet. On seeing his dead, disgraced lieutenant, Darkseid took a long look at the band of superheroes that had the gumption to attempt to stop him. Of course, the League looked dead on at him, as if they were anticipating the moment Darkseid would bring the fight to them. Then, something weird happened. Impulsively, Superman fired his heat vision through the portal as it was closing. Not even Darkseid had anticipated such a move, but it was clear that the beam had blasted him before the portal closed. From the looks of it, he could have been injured as well. The Justice League looked at Superman, wondering why he had bothered to attack Darkseid. However, before Superman could speak, several portals opened around them and soldiers emerged from them. In spite of not knowing where these soldiers came from, the League was aware that they had to fight them nevertheless. As they prepared to fight them, there was a sudden flash of light as one of the soldiers dropped a device on the ground. The device had released an electromagnetic pulse that temporarily blinded the heroes. This gave the soldiers enough time to quickly attack her. They attacked the League with their strange devices, causing them to disappear. The only person that they left was Batman, as they returned into the portals that brought them here. When Batman came to, he quickly attacked one of the soldiers, preventing him from returning into a portal that his colleagues. Batman then quickly used his kneecap to bruise the soldier's cheek, causing the man to fall face down to the ground. With the soldier now knocked unconscious, Batman searched him to find out where he came from. To his surprise, he found a tag on the soldier's uniform. It read, Time Variance Authority. Location, the Void. The remaining members of the Justice League woke up in a desert-like environment, much to their surprise. Of course, they all wondered where they were, and soon, they began to contemplate how to get out. Cyborg attempted to communicate with some persons, but realized to his annoyance that communication systems did not function properly inside this terrible den. Aquaman also did not like the place. It was dry and messy. Looking around, they realized one Batman was not present and figured that Batman must have escaped being attacked. This way, he was most likely going to find a way to bring the rest of them home. However, until then, they had to come up with ideas. The Flash decided to run into the Speed Force to see if he could find a way out of here through the Speed Force. However, as he attempted to run through the Speed Force, he was blasted back with a force that knocked him out summarily. Seeing this, Aquaman broke off into a laugh. However, his laugh was soon extinguished when he noticed something coming from the distance. The League looked at the thing and realized it was a large, shadow-like monster. On seeing it, Wonder Woman advised against fighting it because it looked like a consuming weapon. Their only option now was to run. The League quickly left the scene, hiding out as the shadow monster devoured everything in its path. Soon. The monster was gone, and the League emerged from their hiding place. Superman and Wonder Woman led the way, and they confirmed that the coast was clear. They spoke too soon. Emerging from nowhere, a bald woman who introduced herself as Cassandra Nova emerged from the shadows and stuck her fingers into Wonder Man's and Superman's heads, immediately subjecting them to her mind control. Moreover, before the rest of the League could attack her, she used her telekinesis power to push them 1,000 miles away. Seeing her new additions in the void, Cassandra Nova laughed and claimed today was indeed her lucky day. Location, Justice League's home universe, Gotham City. Bruce Wayne had the soldier tied up in the Batcave as he attempted to study the tech that the soldier had on himself. During Bruce's study, he was able to discover that the soldier worked for the Time Variance Authority, which was responsible for overseeing the multiverse and preventing rapid changes in the timeline. From what Bruce could observe about the operation, he could tell that whoever attacked him was a rogue branch of the TVA, and from the looks of things, they were prompted by something. But what was that something? Bruce turned to the soldier, who was now awake though barely. Bruce immediately donned his Batman mask, before turning and asked the soldier why he attacked the Justice League. When the soldier could not provide answers, Batman proceeded to hold his head, and threatened to punch the living daylight out of the soldier consistently until he spoke. Evidently frightened, the soldier noted that the only thing he knew was that there was a sudden change in the timeline, which prompted his employers to deploy the soldiers to go contain the change by pruning the Justice League. Of course, without the Justice League, which were the anchor being of their universe. With them gone, this rogue branch would exercise their discretion to destroy that world altogether. Listening to everything this soldier had to say, Batman could deduce that this rogue branch and their leader must have believed the Justice League were a threat to them. But why? The soldier revealed that he was unaware of this part, and he pleaded for Batman to let him go. Seeing that the soldier was telling the truth, Batman turned around and continued his research. Location: the Void. Soon enough, Aquaman, the Flash, and Cyborg were discovered by a rebel group containing superheroes such as Deadpool, Wolverine, Blade, Elektra, Gambit, and Laura. At first, the group was hostile to the League, believing they posed a threat. However, Deadpool soon took a good look at the members of the League and prevented his new comrades from attacking. He noted that in his time of carelessly traveling the multiverse, he had encountered several worlds with these guys. They were very revered superheroes. To the League's shock, Deadpool could state their real names, origins, and even the extent of their abilities. Seems like we got ourselves a fan, Cyborg noted. Immediately, Deadpool noted that something was off and asked, "Hey, where are the big three?" The League looked at themselves in surprise. Deadpool continued by noting that the big three were Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Of course, Aquaman felt slightly offended at the analogy. The Flash quickly noted that Cassandra had Superman and Wonder Woman, while Batman was not with them. On hearing this, Deadpool cursed. Wolverine asked why Deadpool was cursing, and Deadpool noted that the Justice League might have just handed over two powerful weapons to Cassandra Nova. Location: Time Variance Authority, Headquarters. Hunter B-15 was seated on her desk, perusing some files when she heard a noise just outside her office. Before she could understand what was happening, Batman stepped into the office, dropping a soldier in front of her. At first, Hunter B-15 was surprised, but Batman immediately explained what was going on. He informed her of the rogue TVA branch that was operating under her nose. He went further to narrate the rogue branch's involvement with his world. After this, he went further to announce that he wanted to know why the rogue branch was so interested in his world, and he was not going to leave here without an answer. Understanding who Batman was and seeing the necessity of the entire situation, Hunter B-15 agreed to run a quick study on Batman's homeworld. This way they would find out what was happening. Location: the Void. Cassandra Nova spent a lot of hours in the heads of Wonder Woman and Superman. She had to admit she was intrigued at the power levels of these two metahumans. Excited at the prospect of what she could use them to do, she invited Pyro into her room and asked him if he had any ideas on where she would put them to good use. Unknown to Cassandra Nova, Pyro had been working with Paradox, the head of the rogue branch of the TVA, and he was under instructions to kill Cassandra Nova. Pyro, On seeing the kind of power, Cassandra quickly pulled out his gun and aimed for Cassandra's head while she wasn't watching. He fired, and for a second, the world seemed still as the bullet gracefully approached Cassandra's skull. However, Superman quickly stepped into the way, shielding Cassandra from the bullet. With this, Cassandra, Superman, and Wonder Woman all turned to face Pyro. It was at this moment that he knew he had messed up badly. Location: Time Variance Authority Headquarters. In time, Hunter B-15 was able to pull up a comprehensive report of Batman's home universe, and she explained to him why the rogue branch of the TVA was interested in his world. Apparently, there had been multiple timeline infractions in his world already. When Batman asked what she meant, she revealed that someone had already been messing with time in their world, and Batman knew who it was. 4. Suddenly, an alarm rang. There were some massive timeline changes in the sacred timeline. From the looks of things, Paradox did not think some moves through. Location: The Void. Deadpool, Wolverine, and Gambit spent some hours talking with the members of the League, trying to uncover why the TVA would go after them in the first place. As they spoke, Deadpool observed that the Flash was fidgeting a bit. On seeing this, Deadpool pointed it out. Soon enough, Flash was unable to defend himself, and he had no choice but to come clean. Flash confessed that he had been reversing time on multiple occasions in their universe. When Cyborg asked why Flash would do that, Flash revealed that in the future, Darkseid invaded their world, killed most of the Justice League, and destroyed Earth. Flash believed that by reversing time and changing a few events, he would attempt to avoid that future altogether. Apparently, he messed up. Suddenly, a portal opened and Batman emerged from the portal, to the shock of everyone. Batman revealed that Flash had indeed messed up, but they had bigger problems to worry about. Of course, what Batman was not expecting was for Deadpool to come fanboy in front of him. Location: the sacred timeline. Batman had been right. They did have bigger problems. Using her mind control, Cassandra Nova was using Wonder Woman and Superman to cause havoc in the sacred timeline. Under her influence, they caused so much damage, more than anything anyone had ever seen. The heroes had arrived and began to fight against Wonder Woman and Superman, but in no time they were quickly defeated. Even the TVA and its rogue branch's counterparts' arrival could not provide a solid defense for the combined forces of Cassandra Nova, Superman, and Wonder Woman. On seeing the level of destruction that was being caused, Deadpool turned to Flash and asked him to reverse time again. Flash revealed that he was still infected with energy from the Void, and if he tapped into the Speed Force, there was no telling what he could do. Deadpool revealed that indeed, there was no telling what Flash could do, but he had to try anyway. 5. Understanding this, Flash immediately tapped into the Speed Force. However, as he tapped, the veils separating the Void and this universe were broken. Alioth got released from his cage and began to consume all life that was before him. However, Flash was able to run into the Speed Force just before Alioth could eat him alongside the others. And with all the speed he could muster, Flash ran, using the Speed Force to reverse time. Everyone knew it, in several universes all at once. He was playing God now, and he had no idea what the future was holding for him. Flash continued to run, his unwavering determination guiding him in this never-ending race.